Get my new Polaris Ranger 1500 North Star. Can't wait to pick this machine up. They've been out for almost a year. Been eyeing them for a little while, but the North Star on the 1500, the cab is unreal. Can't wait to test it out. Here we go. This is like a Toyota Tacoma, but better, because it's a Polaris. Show you in Genola.
You need to get some sweet footage of my new shafts. Come here, let me show you some details you gotta get close up. Bucking horse.
We'll introduce them a little later on in the show.
Go on, Dak.
This is our cowgirl. This is Lainey Schultz of the West Desert. She will be followed by Chapman Blonde, Quincy South Summer. Well, when you're feeling good, we'll get a score coming in.
Bury that chin and
That is just
pick her up now.
let's go. Put it down to it. Next
Let's
man to go.
Big mark out. Give it to her.
Paxton Feild has done the horse on cross.
Let's go, Dak.
Yes, sir! Go on!
67.67.
You ran, Dak! You ran!
6-7. He moves in, Otis sets him on the ground. Rodeo fans, how did you like the ride of a youngster by the name of Paxton Feild?
She come right here and like come to the fence and then kind of lost her footing for a second, and then like it was like at 7 seconds and then the whistle blew and you spurred 2 more times. That was perfect. Yeah.
70 points.
I heard the whistle.
Number 1 right now in performance.
The 2 jumps before the whistle.
Big goal advantage will be next fall.
Oh,
Then Lily Whalen off the spike. Pickup man, they're going to move in. We got one who's rolled off the 18 blue.
Hey, you okay?
Well, you never like to see
You're not even limping. All right, bud.
As we get ready
Dang
to
it.
go in,
That's no fun, is it? That sucker was droppy and snatchy, like quit. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it up, bud. You're doing good. And she did a little hop, skip, left, right.
Look at from this view. Pretty cool.
You did really good, Dad. We'll get together next week and we'll go over all 3 of your rides and sit there and study them. But for now, strong mark out, turn your toes out. We'll kick their ass tomorrow.
I'll drive you. Hold on in the middle. Dude, if you ride.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, over on our side two, Ian just broke the gap in 9.40, and he is currently number 2.
Brent Bradford was the fastest in the entire movie. Brent, I have a special guest, Dr. Phil, here to interview you. At Stephen Hall, we have somebody guest here.
Hey, Brent. Good job. I got 2 questions for you. If you could go on a date with any celebrity or any girl in the world, who would it be? What's your favorite part about state finals?
Man, a lot of those fights are really good, but the girls better.
Yeah, you're right there. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great night. Watching the rest of the barrels. Carly, we'll go back to you.
Rodeo. We also welcome one bout as you look down and see 6-time world champion Kaycee Feild right there at the top of the stage. Is Mr. Kobe Larson of the Hall of Fame Selection Parade. And lastly, tonight we bring in the family of Lewis Feild. Lewis was born in Peoria, Utah, where he fell in love with rodeo. He was a 3-time qualifier to the National High School Finals, and then went on to have a very successful career as a rough stock rider. Louis won 3 straight world all-around titles and 2 world bareback titles. He was the first rough stock contestant to surpass $1 million in career earnings. Louis was a man's man and a cowboy's cowboy.
Thank you. That was awesome. Yeah, it's been awesome.
I just want to thank the Heber Valley High School Rodeo. The high school state finals were here in Heber, and Louis is the first recipient of the Hall of Fame for high school rodeo. He high school rodeoed, went on to college, and then world champion, and this is the buckle that they presented tonight. Louis was all about family. He made sure that we were with him every single weekend, and even with his traveling partner, we would all go down the road, and his family was everything. We were first, and we knew it. We knew how much he loved us. That's the great man Lewis Feild was.
This is my sister, Mackley. She's my older sister, but littler. She is going to tell us what it means to have our father, who passed away almost 10 years ago, still being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Utah High School Hall of Fame, and her most memorable laugh with our dad. Take it away, sister.
Okay, let's see. So I think it's incredible the impact that he had on the sport, that and the way he touched people's lives. I think it, possibly if he hadn't touched so many people's lives, they wouldn't still be honoring him. His accomplishments are great, but he was an incredible person, so I think it speaks a lot to his character. So that makes me really proud to be his daughter, to be someone with that much character's bloodline, I guess. But so that's.
And what is your most memorable
laugh with him? I don't know, this one wasn't really a laugh, but one time I was in Nephi and I was helping him with his horses when he was a pickup man, and it was bull riding, so it was over, so I was just sitting on the horse I had cooled out with my leg over the horn, and they shot off fireworks right next to the horse I was on, and he spooked and I fell, so when my dad came out of the arena, I was just bloodied up on both arms, and he felt so bad, and he says, "Mac, I am so sorry, what happened?" And I explained it to him, and he apologized from Nephi back to Payson, and I was so fine, but he felt terrible. That's not really, we weren't laughing, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's laughable.
Yeah, it's laughable.
They asked me what it means to me that my dad is still getting inducted into Hall of Fames. I just think it's really cool because it's another testament of who he was. From high school rodeo to college rodeo to pro rodeo, the people that he impacted is the neatest part of it all, I think. And then getting inducted into these Hall of Fames, I think, is all just a testament of the guy he was and who he's been to the rodeo community. And my funniest memory of him, I have a really good one. One day I had a blowgun in high school, and I was shooting flies on the wall, and my mom was not happy. And she told my dad, and my dad told me, he said, "If you shoot that in the house one more time, I'm gonna whip your ass." And I was I think I was a junior or senior. But anyway, he had gone and sat on the other end of the living room, and he was on the phone, and I was in the kitchen facing him from the kitchen, and I had an arrow in my blow dart gun, and I was just sitting there, I was resting my elbows on the kitchen, and I'd blow it out to the end, and then I'd suck it back in and blow it out. Well, someone come up to me, and they were talking to me, and I forgot it was loaded. And I picked it up, and I just went to just blow, just let out my breath, and it shot an arrow, and I can still see it. It went right across the whole living room and then stuck him right in the leg. And it was sticking out of his leg like that far. It was just stuck right there. And I saw it, and he was on the phone, and he goes, "Shadrach!" And dropped his phone and chased me out the back door, and we went clear up around out through the back, and it was always pranks and always doing cool, funny things with him. He was always a good time.
That was cool, fun stuff.
Brought to you
I don't know, a lot of emotions, a lot of history here in the valley with my dad. The memories I have of him and their family running all their cows down to this valley to the sale barn. Family here, and then the introduction was amazing. The riding the wagon was fun. It's very humbling to feel the support still from my dad. He's been passed away for nearly 10 years. And, he was a true hero, and to still have him being recognized is very humbling and something I'm very proud of. Thanks. Follow along. Hit subscribe. Thank you. So today is action-packed. To start the day, started irrigating. It doesn't take much. But now we're gonna go over to a friend of mine and head and heel some of his late calvers. Kind of bigger, so should be pretty dang fun. I think there's probably 30 or 40 to do. And try to get them done as fast as we can, and then head up to Heber to the Utah high school state finals, and watch my nephew and the Bareback riding. And I'm not sure about the team roping. I think he made the short round. But action pack, and then come home and try out the new Polaris Ranger 1500.
Power Pro Nation.
Waited for the most perfect shot on the smallest calf in the herd. wasn't gonna let that happen. But all in all, good morning. Branding all the late calvers. These calves were probably born in mid-April, 1st of May, something like that.
stayed up till like 3:30 in the morning for at the very bottom of your Instagram.
You need, it's game day. You need your rest.
I couldn't.
He texted me at 1:30, and I heard my phone vibrate. I get up and he's like, "I'm so nervous," but so I start texting him back and forth.
I watched every one of your rides from like 3 years ago.
I got bugged off a couple times. I've never been bugged off. I'm teasing.
Never bugged off a horse. It's been nothing but 90s.
All day, every day.
Championship title. Feild, UHSRA. The young man, he's striving hard to keep that legacy alive.
I think I won the state. I don't know.
3.44. 3.44, not bad for a freshman.
I need about 30 minutes.
But she is
before I get
more
these
mature
interviews.
than
I can't
she-
think.
In the tie-down opening, you've heard it all week long. They run from behind that barrier. 10-second penalty, they come a little early, but I'll tell you what, there's lots of scientific evidence. This is one of them in the high school rodeo. They rope them with the long and time with the short.
What is it?
How about that?
That scares me though.
You didn't the other day.
Now he has to just give that calf about a 6-second, just make sure that it stays tied. Our judge rides over.
Actually,
Our next cowboy to go is Pat Biggerstaff from Uinta Basin.
Holy shit!
where is it?
He's from Flat Pots. He is a junior this year. His mother and dad are Steve and Randy Biggerstaff. He loves people in the rodeo business.
How did you not feel that? How did you not feel that at your foot?
This is Cat Biggerstaff.